Good morning and a happy new month. Thank you for joining us on the Thursday edition of TVC Breakfast. I am Veronica Dan Ikboy. I'm not here alone. I have Mike Okwache. Mike,
Good morning.
Rainy June 1st.
Oh, exactly. We've come to almost half of the year already.
Right.
And it was just recently we were
That
saying Happy New Year. Here we are in the middle of the year. But it's really interesting.
Yes, and it's good to have you back after being at the inauguration.
Yeah,
covering
it's
every
great to be
event,
back.
But
Great
then
to be back.
it's good to
Thank
have
you.
you back on set. Now let's talk about some issues happening across the country, and the major one is the matter of the fuel subsidy removal and how it's affecting a cross-section of Nigerians. This morning, we've been having all sorts of conversations with regards to that. The price, yesterday we saw a price list, the adjusted price list from NNPCL, and a lot of persons were talking about how it is being sold. The pricing now in their various environments, there are those buying it at about 500 naira. Some other persons outside of Lagos are saying it is much more than 500 naira as it is, and the prices vary when you look at the independent marketers as well as major marketers. But then it's beyond the pricing now is the spiral effect on food and some other businesses like e-hailing, taxis, and all of it.
Yeah, all of those depend on fuel to move. You're talking about e-hailing, you're talking about logistics, you're talking about all of that. They all ride on fuel. If you're going to a barbing salon or you're going to hairdressing salon, they all have the generators, the power by fuel. If you're going to a restaurant, of course, they have generators that power their, their refrigerators and fans and ACs.
Basically, most businesses run on
exactly.
On this,
so
yes.
The point there is, anywhere you turn, the impact of the fuel price hike is going to is going to rest on everybody. And that's the thing. But the point there is, if we look deeply into the issue, as it is right now, the argument is, are we going to be better off with the removal of the subsidy? That's the issue. So the arguments are back and forth. In fact, the government and the government representative and NLC yesterday held a meeting, and the meeting, of course, the meeting is ongoing. They've not concluded.
Yesterday,
they had not made conclusions on all the issues by this. But if you look at all the accompanying endeavors that rest somehow on fuel, you will see that all the prices of things are going to rise. Price of food is going to rise. Rents are going to rise. Cost of medical services are going to rise. School fees, they're all going to rise exponentially.
Everything.
So that's where we're going right now, because a lot of these things rest somehow on availability of fuel. But the issue there is, the other issue there is there fuel? Of course, there's fuel. The petrol is available. So what is causing the bottleneck now more is the issue of panic buying, because people don't know what's going to happen next. So a lot of people have rushed to the filling stations with their kegs, with their everything that they have to put in fuel.
I
so
think
they can store.
For most persons, the argument, yes, we cannot continue with the fuel subsidy, but the fact that the inflation and their salaries is not commensurate with whatever the increases might be is the major concern.
But the point there is,
a lot of persons.
The government needs to start from somewhere. Of course, the issue of salary, recall that the president in his campaigns was saying that let's even go beyond this salary minimum wage. Let's give the people a living wage. That was part of his campaign, and it's one thing that Nigerians are looking forward to changing. So if there's going to be a living wage, then it's even far better than the issue of minimum wage that everybody just waits for salaries to be increased.
Of course, because for how long will you keep making the increments?
Exactly.
But then cushioning the effect before you set the ground ruling with regards to the fuel subsidy is what a lot of persons have been talking about.